Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Stuck in the Middle Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Uncle AK.
Hey, and I'm Reflex. How you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm hot.
Like it's warm?
Yeah, it's warm in here, man.
Hey, take the jacket off.
Nah.
I like that Puma, though. Hey, man, listen, it's All-Star NBA weekend, but we're not here for that. This is Stuck in the Middle Podcast. Appreciate every single one of y'all checking out this podcast on a weekly basis. If you're new, hit that subscribe button on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. And that ring us so you get updates on every episode as we drop them. Listen, we on Spotify, SoundCloud, Stricter, app, all that good stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all checking it out on there. Review, let other people know, do screenshots, all that good stuff. We got a special guest in the building, but before that, definitely want to let you know this episode is sponsored by Perfect Office Solution. They provide office space for entrepreneurs in the DMV area. Promo code SITM Podcast. You get 10% off. That's Perfect Office Solution, providing affordable, professional, and flexible private office spaces starting at just $4.99.
Yep. Joe, you just dropped that new album, Got Done Come. Y'all go check it out, man. 237 winning.
All right, bro. We got a special guest in the building, man. We talking food.
Yes, sir.
I just had some of her stuff.
Me too.
Hey,
That chicken, man, that joint was fire.
Fire. Correct country chicken.
Yeah, man.
That one that you didn't
That
raise
it
in 2 weeks.
inflict,
You know what I'm
inflict
saying?
the thing. Like
Do us the
ball.
honest, man. Let them know we got in the building, bro.
Yeah, in the building today, she's the founder of Kofemi Food Truck Catering. Please welcome Chef Kofemi to Stuck in the Middle Podcast.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
Chef, you got a busy day today.
Yes.
You got 20 people you got to go feed after you leave here.
Yes, that's right.
Thank you for bringing us some of the food first.
You're welcome.
So we can fix
My
our mouths.
pleasure.
I was going to eat on the pot, but, you know, I wanted to keep it professional. I wanted to keep it professional. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let's speak, like just food trucks. Let me start it this way. Before we get to know you, a lot of people really don't think about opening food trucks. Well, where we come from, you know what I mean. It's not prominent in our society. How did you come about that? How did that journey start? How did you just wake up one day and say, you know what, let me change the game of Africans in the diaspora. Let me open a food truck for Africans.
Ooh. Well, I started with wanting a restaurant at the beginning. That's what I wanted to go for. But as you know, money is an issue. Not really, but it's a lot of money to open a restaurant in America, basically. So I came with the idea, okay, let's start with the food truck. Food truck is affordable. I mean, you can rent it, you can own it. It depends of what you have as the money, as a budget. So I went ahead and started like that.
Is there something you wish you knew now? How long have you been having a food truck?
Oh, just a year. Yeah, it's been a year. I started the end of September last year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just started. When we opened it, it was almost winter time. So basically, we haven't really been out that much yet. We've been talking about it. I've been doing the catering and stuff like that. But as a food truck, I haven't started that much yet. So we're going to be out like starting spring. That's what you're going to hear about us more.
She said you go
Hopefully.
ahead. So who you know saying who we talking to right now? Who, if you were to describe yourself to somebody, how would you say?
Well, I'm Felicia. Everybody knows me now as Chef Kofemi. And I'm an Ivorian. I've been here
Shout out
almost
to Arafat.
20 years now, I believe. Yeah, I'm in America. It's been 20 years. And I love to cook. It's been...
That's your life. That's all you do.
That's all. I mean, it's funny because in my house, I tell my husband, when you pay me, I cook more than when I do it from my house. So that's something that is crazy. But that's my passion. Like, I've been watching my grandmother, my aunts, everybody around me cooking. But I was not allowed to cook.
Why not?
Why not?
Ooh.
Are you
How
like the
can I
last
put
born?
it? No, I was not the last born, but it was just I can watch, but I'm not allowed so that
To touch
protective. That no, don't burn yourself, stuff like
That
that.
bright price
But I
gonna
was
go down.
yeah. But at my grandma's house, I was allowed to. I even owned my little fire stove, those kind of things. So that's where I developed it. Like the cooking habit because I'll cook and go on the street and sell it, like those little chips bag, popcorns and stuff like that. So that's how it started.
So you had the entrepreneurial mindset from, little.
Yes, I would say that. Yes, I always wanted to be independent. That's one of the reasons why I came here. Because I felt like back home I was too spoiled, to be honest. And it was like, oh, don't do this, don't do that. Let us do this. And I'm like, no, enough.
I gotta go.
Not in a bad way, but I'm like, I know I can do
More.
I can do more if you guys just let me do it. So that's why I came here.
Nah. Is there one thing you know now that you wish you knew before? I know your business only a year. Is there one thing you wish you know now that you knew when you started like food trucking and restaurant?
In the food truck industry, it's, for what I know, is tough, but it depends of the people you know. I mean, in that industry, like as a food truck, you gotta spend a lot of money. It's different from a restaurant. A restaurant, everybody knows that you're located at this place and they can come to you and stuff like that. And as a food truck, it's either you have to have that one location where you stay, or you have to have many locations where people can come to you. And that's the difficulty about it. Like, you have to move around, or you have to stay, and that place where you're gonna stay better be the best place, because it's not easy. But it's enjoyable because you get to go around. You don't get to be stuck in one place and then only people come to you. I can go anywhere in Maryland, but as you go, each
County.
each county got their own license and regulations and stuff like that. But at least, if that's something you love, you get the licenses from all of them. And
Yeah.
And that's more money out of your pocket.
it is.
It is, yeah.
It is. It definitely is. It was a lot of money to do it though. But
Well, since we're speaking of money and the money to operate a food truck, describe the process of owning a food truck, right? And also include like rules and regulations, the permits that go with it.
that's a lot. Okay. Well, first of all, I'm licensed in Montgomery County. Therefore, in Montgomery County, you have Rockville, all those cities that you cannot go. If you go, you have 30 minutes.
The heck?
As a
Can't
as
even
a
make a
food
burger
truck,
in
you have to. If you go there, they only allow you to stay 30 minutes, unless like you know who own the buildings there and they let you be there. That's the only.
So you gotta be moving.
You gotta keep moving. Like, you can say, okay, you customer order a burger. You're like, okay, find me on the next street. I give it to you over there. But that's how you have to move in certain of the cities. But the prices for the license, it was hard because I didn't have anybody to help me. Like, I reached out to some people that I know had it, and believe it or not, it was nobody wanted to. Like, okay, I even have an answer saying, you need to go Google. I'm like, okay. Well, it was hard, but I'm like, okay, Google. You and me, we're gonna be friends. So
YouTube
I
University.
did it. Yep, I did it, and I met, like, each time I would see a food truck, I'll drive around, behind them, try to see where they stop, what they do, talk to them. And the thing is funny, some Africans have it, but no one was able to help. But I have Hispanic people, Filipinos people that was like, okay, especially this guy, shout out to him, Honey Truck. This guy was like, I will tell you everything I know. Everything, like, go over there, get license from this place, from there. This place is where you can park and do this. And it was amazing. Like, I learned a lot from
Africans,
him.
man.
God bless that guy.
Yeah.
Honey Truck.
Yeah.
Shout out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's not, I'm not shocked, what I'm saying? I'm like numb to the fact that, we're not helping our own. Because, I've heard a lot of people sitting this very chair and say that, stuff like that.
It's sad. It's very sad. It's very sad that we can help each other. I don't know why. And it's not all the Africans though. Because Nigerian people stick together. Cameroonian people stick together, I would say. Because I know some restaurants, like some Cameroonian restaurants, and the people from their country goes there. But when you're Ivorian, or that's what I know, because that's where I'm from. It's a little bit harder to get support from from other. I mean, they can come and support you and stuff like that, but when it comes to like stick together, there's this disconnection that I don't know. Hopefully, one day we'll come all along and do this.
Speak about the very first day. You know, you opened the very first day you got into your truck and you drove out and say, "Okay, boom, I'm open for business." How was that feeling?
It was good. It was good because that's what it was so much fun because all my friends came. I mean, to be honest.
You did like a grand opening kind of thing?
Yes, I did, but I'm gonna do another one again. Officially, this one was just like I said. We opened at the end of the year, so we didn't do that much.
You keep saying we. You got a business partner?
Well,
Sorry,
my
I'm.
family,
You gonna answer
my husband, my friends, the one that really been there. I treat them as we.
Yeah,
so,
day ones. Yeah.
Yeah, and so we opened it and people came. We sat. It was in a parking lot. We went. It was supposed to be at the park. We got there. We have a situation where another food truck was mad. He was selling ice cream, and he was like, "Oh, you can't be here. You need a parking license." And I'm like, "No." I called and they didn't tell me that. They say I can be where I want, and that's why I found out more about the where you can park and where you cannot park. So he called the police on us, so we have to move the
You should tell him, bro, you selling ice cream, I'm selling jollof.
Like, but we did tell him, we should be together. You're selling ice cream, so therefore, if they eat salty, they're gonna come to you and eat sweet. He's like, oh, no way, I paid my license for, I mean, it was a lot of money. I understand what he was saying, but I mean, God was mysterious way. So at one point, I'm like, you know what, God, if you don't want us to be here, you have a reason. So we're like, okay, we're moving. And we were driving, and I saw this parking lot, and I said, you know what, let's be here. And we parked. My friend followed. The one that thought the location was another way kept calling, where you guys at? We're here. And we gave them the direction. They came. They put blanket on the parking lot. We were sitting. We were eating. People would come from the street. Oh, we saw the food truck. We came. It was fun. Man. It was a blessing.
How much did you make that day and the week? Was it what you thought you was going to make?
To be honest, it was not about money. I just wanted my friend to be there and people to know that, okay, this is it. The Ivorian truck is out. So let's do this. Be ready. I'm going to be there for you. So that was mostly, I made some money. I mean, of course, I need that to cover running for the food and stuff like that. But that day was not about money. It was just about letting people that I'm here. And
let's talk business though, like, you know, so just follow up on that question, you know, saying, because you're an entrepreneur and you put money in getting license and the truck and you know and your words on the truck and everything. Are you seeing that money come back on a weekly, daily basis apart from opening day? Is it what you thought it'd be?
Well, I can make money. To be honest, I can definitely make money, but I'm a mother of 4 boys. So my schedule is crazy.
My goodness. And I'm sorry.
Yeah, and they're pretty small. So it's not like I'm a full-time in my business right now. I just open when I can and stuff like that. So basically, whenever I open, I make enough to say thank God.
I see why you like cooking, because
four boys, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And they play
actually,
sport
I
too.
say 5 boys plus the dad. Yeah.
No girls? No girls?
No. No. I'm the only queen of their house.
I like that. I was gonna say you must be lonely, but she just silenced me with that one.
Yeah. So I mean, but I know I'll make that money.
Yeah.
I'll definitely.
How do you ensure food safety? You know, with mobile restaurant or truck?
Oh, okay. For that, as a mobile food truck, you have to have what they call a commissary kitchen. So that's where I cook. That's why I prep. That's why I save the food. And whatever is like, since like I said, I'm not there every day, I just prep just enough. Like, let's say today I'm going out, I'm going to prep for 25 people. And so that you don't get waste and stuff like that. And that's it. Because when you go every day, you know, as time goes, you know how many customers you get a day. So therefore, you pay for 50, you prep for 100, because you know those 100 is going to go. But as a new on the business, I'll do lower than that, like 20 today or the whole week. And then if it goes up next week, I'll put 5 more and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you definitely, without a commissary kitchen, you cannot get your license.
the food truck, just that truck itself, like where do you even find that thing? So
Some people
buy
use
it.
like old UPS
I
trucks and stuff.
yes, but it's more expensive. Mine is a trailer, so I have a van that pulls it, and I went on Craigslist. I was supposed to go all the way to North Carolina because that's why I found one, and I was like, okay, that's what I want.
On Craigslist, and you trust that to go to North?
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking to them. Yeah,
okay,
I
I'm
mean,
kidding, I'm kidding.
unfortunately, I had to take that chance. So that's why not only was cheaper, the farthest you go, the cheaper it is. Like even Florida, that's where you will find the best one and come here and be. But I end up finding one like 5 minutes away from my house. It was
Wow.
not done. It was just a plain trailer, and a friend helped me out. So we built it
Yeah.
together.
I
And
was watching a
stuff like
whole
that.
bunch of food truck businesses last night preparing for this podcast, and I heard it gets crazy hot in there.
Whew. It depends on what you cook. It depends, because if you frying and doing all those kind of things, definitely. But there is a vent in there, and some people can afford to put an AC unit and stuff like that. You can is like a RV, so you can put everything you want on it.
Yeah. How do you stand out though, Chef? Damn, I'm gonna butcher your name.
Kofemi.
Kofemi. How do you what I'm saying? Because right now food trucking is trendy. It's been around since like what 2006. It's been a while
More
for a
than
minute,
that, yeah.
and now it's a hype. You know what I mean? Like, oh, let's go to lunch, food truck. You want to do food? It's a hype. So how do you stand out? I know you're Ivorian, you cook jollof and stuff, but when
Well,
you go out, how do you stand out? How do you brand
in
yourself?
my food truck, this is what I do. It depends on where I'm invited to go. So I adapt myself to. If I go to a Chinese place, I'll cook Chinese, but I'll put some of the African and stuff like that in it. But to be honest, when I started the food truck, I didn't know what is it to stand out. For myself, it's just I want a food truck and I want to sell, like you say, jollof and all those kind of African food. But the truth is, what I want and what we're gonna be doing is doing nostalgic Ivorian food, which means we're gonna do things that we used to eat when we were kids. You go down the street, you get this,
Crew. I'm just
whatever
kidding.
you name it. That's what we do now, and that's what make me stand out from whatever, because
dig
I can do the African food, the jollof, the yassa, the braised chicken, the fish, but I'm like, yeah, it's good and all those kind of stuff, but this doesn't make me stand out. Everybody can do it, and then it's gonna be good. So that
It's
one
like
is
it's like vintage cars. Not
Yeah.
everybody can have it.
Yeah.
You know, but you crave it.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
type of thing.
that's right.
Yeah.
You mentioned Chinese. You cook Chinese? I mean, yes.
I mean, some of it.
Yeah.
Some of it.
I just caught him.
Some of it.
Speak to us about marketing. Like, how do you
Yeah.
market? How do you market food trucks? How do you do that?
Social media. Social media does a lot, and word to mouth. That's why you need to have like a really good friends and friends that are really willing to help you out, because they share your post, they like your post, and people like you that do it for entrepreneurs and stuff like that. So, but you really, nowadays everything is on social media, unfortunately. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of it, but I don't have a choice. So
How do we come? Did you hit us up or we hit you up?
a friend gave me told me about.
Yeah, shout out to Princess, man, all
yeah,
the way
Princess.
out there, somewhere in the A-Town doing her radio show.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, dope.
She's the one that gave me them.
And shout out to Mark. I'm. This is behind the scenes. Shout out to Mark for booking it. I don't be knowing how.
Yeah, she's been really great with me. Keep track of the emails and stuff like that. Checking on
Mark,
me.
we love you.
Your this food truck comes with catering. You know, when we're doing research, we seen a lot about catering. You know, attached to food trucks. Like, speak to the people about your catering service. Who do you cater to?
Okay, catering for a food truck. I haven't done it yet. We put catering, but what I'm doing and what I'm gonna be doing is the food from the food truck will be different from the catering business. Cause like I said, the food from the food truck is gonna be nostalgic Ivorian food. So it's gonna, if you want it, you can have it. But basically, what we're gonna cater is what I usually do, like jollof, braised chicken, all those kind of thing. In the food truck, is gonna be just something you can grab and eat on the spot. So that's how it's gonna be.
So if somebody's having a, like, say, a wedding, right? Can they call you right now and say, "Oh, okay, I'm having a wedding and I'm expecting such and such amount of people, and I'll need for you to cater for this wedding"? Is that something?
Yeah,
that
of
you
course.
do?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I've been doing. That's main of the most thing I've been doing the past years is that kind of thing. The catering, big catering, weddings, baby showers, all those kind of thing. So the food truck doesn't take away from me to do the catering. I'll still do weddings and all those kind of event whenever people needs me to. The only thing is when I have a catering, I'll be close the food
The food
truck.
truck, yeah.
Yeah, it's more like no, I'm not gonna say a hobby. It's my dream come true by doing this, but I'm still able to do other things
Yeah.
on top of it.
I mean, you got people who do like wedding decorations, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's no different from catering
Yeah,
for weddings and stuff like that. Yeah.
Shout out to, say, I was going to say, we got to do you justice and say it's Kofemi Food Truck and Catering. Anybody who's looking, say, if you live in the Gettysburg, Germantown, Rockville area,
Yeah.
hit up Kofemi Catering, Food Truck and Catering, saying, get you some of that nice
Yes.
wall off.
Yeah. This guy. When you started the food truck, I'm kind of curious to this. How do you set a price? No, first off, how did you pick the menu items and how did you set the price for those items?
Okay, the menu is whatever I wanted to eat myself, whatever I felt like it was enjoyable, and you just, like I said, my point in the food truck, you don't want to take too long by cooking. So you just want something that would take at least less than 7 minutes, and then they're gone. So that's why I decided about the menu and the, what was that again you said?
The
Price,
price.
yeah.
The price. Ooh, that's the hardest part. Because as a food truck, you can't put it too high. You can't put it too low. Because you have to make sure you get your money out of it
Yeah.
too. So my husband is the one that helps me decide. When I say this was going to cost like 20 or 15, he's going to be, what? No. I don't think so. If I go, so he puts himself as a customer, and then you say like, okay, and then we compare it. If we go to McDonald's, we get this true, this is healthy in your truck, and this, that, and that's how it goes. And then we'll see how much we spend about it, and this is how you put it. The waste is a lot of calculation you have to do. And to be honest, I don't like to do it, so I usually go by how much I think I should spend on a truck to be happy and enjoy.
You take credit cards and stuff? Because I know some
Yeah,
people
we
will
do.
charge you like
Yeah.
an
We
extra.
do.
It's like, oh, you got to spend $5, $10. I
We
mean, hey,
do.
I walk out that store, man.
Yeah, I mean, we do. Sometimes I just had an event where I went with the truck, but people would charge. I mean, can you charge my card for $2?
Yeah,
I mean, but we take it. I mean, whatever payment you want to do, we get it. We take it, but cash is always
Yeah,
good.
you ever concerned about a customer or client, not clients, customer suing you like, I ate your burger, I ate your jollof, and like,
Oh yeah, like a restaurant.
Has that happened before?
No, I never had that. God forbid, and I hope I would never have to have that. But I mean, I have insurance for that. You're covered for that. That's not something you want the customer to have.
Facts.
But oh yeah, I go through everything a restaurant goes through. I'll go through it. Like if somebody, but they investigate to see what the person had, if the person ate another place before they ate. There's a lot, an investigation goes before somebody can just come up and say, oh, I ate your jollof and I'm sick. So not on my watch.
no, ain't happening.
Yeah, I was just going to ask
Kofemi
about
Food Truck and Catering.
Not on my watch.
not on your watch. I was going to ask about contingency plans for in case of fire or the customer feeling sick and to try to sue you or
So insurance.
yeah, or somebody vandalize your truck and all that.
There's an insurance that covers you for that.
How much is that insurance? I'm just
Oh,
curious.
boy. It covers you up to $1 million. $1 million. Is some money. It's some
$1
money.
million.
you
Is
put
that
there.
is that my
Yeah.
temptation to
But
go?
you have to have it. Like all the restaurants, the food trucks, that's a must. Unless you're illegal and you don't want to be in trouble, you need to have that. Usually, auto insurance does offer it. So, and there's a special company that does it for food truck also. I mean, it depends. It's not that expensive monthly, but we definitely covered by an insurance.
So I'm curious, how much money do you have to set aside? Let's just say I'm thinking of opening a food truck, just a food truck. Forget the catering part. How much money do I have to set aside to start that project?
At least to be safe and to be like, let's say 15,000.
15 grand.
And it depends of what kind of truck, whatever you're getting. On my side, I would say around 15,000. But if you're getting like a mobile, like you said, you can get an old UPS car and stuff like that. That's more money. That's a lot of more money. I started with what I think I can afford, and with my family, I was not gonna put my family at zero in our accounts just to do my dream. I mean, I shout out to my husband. He's been really helpful, and he did everything he could for me to reach my dream. But I knew where to stop, because at one point I'm like, we're not gonna go broke because of this.
Did you take loans? No debt, no loans.
No.
Oh, okay, cool.
No. I tried not to, because like I said, it was my dream. So I didn't want to have that stress where you owe somebody. And like I said, I don't go often. We open it and then we close for the winter and we're going now. So if I had to pay a loan out of something that I don't do every day, my husband is the one who works right now, not me. So you see, that would be a bill that we couldn't afford. So around 15,000 and more, depending of what kind of truck you take to start it. The equipments are very expensive.
Shout out to all the husbands supporting their ladies'
Yes.
dreams. You know what I mean? I keep telling some of y'all women, man, you know, the real men out there, all that talk. Anyways, let me stop right there.
Man ain't trash. I'll say it for you, bro. Shoot. Man ain't trash. No, but listen though, it's shout out to your husband. Yeah, that's goals right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's an important aspect of this, which is bookkeeping. You run the food truck yourself. You manage the books. You cook the food. How do you balance all of that?
You forgot how you do with the family too.
Oh, the family. Oh man.
It is crazy, but again, my husband and I are in this business, so he helps. Like the math part, I leave it to him because that's not my part. So the finances and all that, and I mean, I know I have friends that is a CPA, and when I have questions about those kind of things, they're available for me. So that's what I do. I try to involve a lot of close friends, and my husband is good at it. So.
You ever think about involving employees and saying having multiple food trucks or restaurants?
Eventually, I'm gonna be a franchise. Eventually. In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Yes. Amen. I will have that. And then, because, I mean, we have good food in Africa, in Ivory Coast, and everywhere. Why not? Ethiopian got a restaurant. I mean, a lot of other people have their restaurant, and we need to have some of it.
Not so just some. We need to have all of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Let's anchor there, though. So you talk about we have good food in Africa, and not talk that whole jollof war. Let's talk like food, African food, and like how do you see it here in the diaspora? Is it mostly people who are Ivorian or African coming, so like your restaurants or catering, or whites, Hispanics interested in our food? I remember like Davido, so when he won the BT, where he was like, go to Africa, eat the food, marry the women and all that.
I mean, our food here. Basically, it's natural. It's healthy. I mean, peanut stew, all those kind of things. The fat are not like the one, unfortunately, that the one we get here. So I can have my little bowl of rice and put some peanut stew, and I'm good, and it's still healthy. That's one of the thing about the African food is natural and is healthy. It's not all of them. Of course, we got some stew that have a lot of oil and stuff like that, but at least we balance it. Despite, I mean, I came here 20 years ago, and to be honest, I'm eating our food every time. I can count the times where I eat burgers and stuff like that. So I'm still, beside the baby weight.
I was gonna say, even like, for example, the palm oil, like the CDC oil. Growing up back home, you never heard anybody, cry of cholesterol or anything like that, as compared to all that.
And people,
and then you can use that
crazy.
if you're sick.
Yeah.
The palm oil, you can use that as a medicine. So most of our food and some of the products that we use are also medicine for us.
Yeah.
So that's
I'm curious though. Like they say back home, as compared to here where obesity is not high, back home, is it because that we don't have that many cars as here.
I
People
think
walk too much.
I think back home is also the fact that men find, you know, saying like big women are more attractive, so women, you know, enjoy. No, it's a fact. It's a fact. In our parents' generation, if you that's what they want. They don't want a skinny girl. So
Yeah, kind of.
nah,
It's true though. It's true.
African food put like when
The
a woman
right
eats
weight.
African food, it goes in the,
The right
place,
weight.
you know? Like you don't, you know, like
you gotta, you know.
It is true because I remember when I had my baby, my firstborn, my grandmother was like, the doctor was complaining, oh, the baby's getting obese, be careful and stuff like that. My grandmother was like, what is she talking about? Feed that baby, give him everything he wants and let it be. We like them chunky and big, and that joint what you said is true.
I was watching the documentary on Netflix that will remain unnamed because they ain't cut me a check, and you know,
True.
it's Netflix. Everybody want a Netflix check. You know what I'm saying? And the host of the documentary or the show, he wanted to only eat black, and he would starve himself until he found a garden that, you know, was black owned.
Yeah.
Where do you get your products?
Where?
As far as like, you know, the peanuts or whatever you cooking. You go to like a grocery store, like African stores.
I go to African store, but a lot of my things comes from back home. So whenever I get a chance, I got my suitcase ready to order my stuff, and I get it from a store here that provides typically African food in Ivorian.
So check this out, right? One of my aunties own an African import business. It's called Hamaya International.
Okay.
Hey, auntie, cut me a check after this, by the way. So. But yeah, Hamaya
down the street.
She's down the street, Hamaya International. You know, if you need African products, you know, you could definitely, you know, we could create that bridge, you know, straight from the motherland.
Yeah, fresh.
Okay.
Everything, like
you know,
she has a
I
warehouse
think
up
I
the
look-
street.
I'm just-
You know? Yeah, you could go to her, you know, check out everything she got. You know, she has like a whole, you know,
Warehouse.
a whole warehouse. Yeah.
Okay.
Frozen and dry products as well. So
Okay.
Employing Africans back home and here.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
you know what I'm
good.
saying?
shout out Mercy Chungang, and I'm gonna leave the auntie to the side. You get it?
Hamaya International.
Hamaya International, yeah. Oh
That's good.
man.
What's next for Kofemi food trucks and catering? As far as like, you know, you about to reopen from the winter. What are you thinking of doing different? You know, what I'm saying, from last year.
A lot of things. I can't tell too much about it yet, but I'm gonna be there on like social media and marketing and putting out there, because I'm coming with something big and nice. People's gonna be like, because I've seen from some posts I've been doing it, people are like, oh my God, you're doing this, I want this. So
yeah.
I'm not gonna say too much, but we're gonna have some stuff from you that's gonna remind you, oh my God, I remember when I was this and that. So I'm excited, very excited.
I'm excited for you.
How do you handle competition?
How do I handle competition? Well, I'm my own competition. Whoever is doing the thing, that's their thing. I'm doing me, and I'm letting God guide me. Whoever is next to me, do your thing, I do mine. But I know friends that do the same thing. That's what I wanted to do, my own thing. Like whatever I was doing was everybody's stuff. And this project that I'm about to do is me. So I don't have competition.
So this is a passion of yours.
Yeah.
It wasn't about you started it not for the money, but just because you love cooking.
Yeah.
You love to feed people.
Yeah, and that's
especially
what
your four boys.
that's what is hard, because at one point I need to think about money, because that's the goal of it. I spend money to get that truck, and I need to make that money and put it back away for the kids and whatever.
College.
Yeah, for college. But it's more about my passion. Like it's priceless seeing people eat and say, oh my God.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I want. It's painful when I hear somebody say, oh my God, yeah, it was good, but I'm like, oh, whoa, that hurts. But I take it. But this is something that, to be honest, I love it. And I can't wait. Like, we're going to do some stuff where we're going to be feeding homeless and stuff like that. And I can't wait.
I was just gonna ask you how you define success, but you just said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was dope.
How can people connect with you?
Well, they can find us on Instagram, social medias, and we're gonna find you.
Yeah.
We're gonna put our name out there, and then you guys gonna find us. But we're gonna be out there.
That's the first. You know, everybody be like, yo, you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
find me. My
but
website is that. But nothing's like, no, we're going to find you.
We're gonna find you because once you're gonna hear like this and that, you're gonna be like, whoa, where's that place? But on social media, that's
Yeah.
where everybody's Kofemi. You use the hashtag Kofemi Grab and Go, and
Oh, okay. Kofemi, grab and go. After this, I'm gonna take a picture with my plate of saying that good stuff you brought. Kofemi, grab and go. We have had the pleasure of speaking with Chef Kofemi of Kofemi Food Truck and Catering. Appreciate you coming through. You know what I'm saying, giving us some insights in this whole food truck thing. I'm glad you came through.
Yeah.
thank you guys. Thank you for having me, and I'll be back with the new menu,
Hey,
and
hopefully,
God bless you.
hopefully we'll come out. Saying out there.
I know, right? You can do the podcast over there instead of doing
Right,
it.
right, right.
Yeah, definitely.
And hopefully, too, you get the restaurant going. So we'll come actually sit down, too.
I know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With
I know.
all the cutleries and all that.
That would be a great thing.
Yeah.
The restaurant will be more fun.
Yeah, next Stuck in the Middle event, you might just cater for us. But yeah, I'm not gonna say it too loud. Mom might kill me. Cause anyway, we appreciate you for coming through, kicking with us.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir. What we got coming up next week?
Not sure.
Yeah,
Not sure. I didn't check the calendar, man.
Yeah, that was a throwback. We used to.
Yeah, we used to do that. But I think the food, we're too busy trying to, eat the food that we totally ignore protocol, man.
Yeah, but listen, if you have enjoyed this podcast, please hit subscribe. Thank you for watching. If you downloaded this on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or that other audio streaming, thank you. Leave a review, and we thank you for spending this time with us. Whether you're on your drive and everything, this is Stuck in the Middle podcast.
And we are out.
Yes, sir.